Beat Sound Production, take one.
What's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, we are doing an episode review on Power Book 2 Ghosts, episode number 2, and this one is called Selfless Acts. Now, this episode was definitely good. A lot of twists and turns, things that you wasn't expecting to happen, people that was connected to people. So this was really all over the place. If you did not watch season 1, it's gonna be a little hard, so I'm gonna try to explain to you guys as much as possible. So as you guys know, I do a full recap of the episode and I give what I liked, what I did not like about the episode. So let's get straight to it. It starts off with Tariq is having a nightmare. Basically, you know, his mom is asking for help, his mom is crying, he wants his mommy. And of course he has to burn a phone. That's the phone that he uses to talk to his mom. But of course his mom is in the witness protection program. Who had to make his guest appearance? You guessed it, your boy Kanan, aka 50 Cent. So Kanan tells him like, yo, are you scared now, little? You need your mom? It's like, nah. Basically telling him, yo, man the fuck up, do what you gotta do, get rid of the phone, cause that's the only phone that he uses to call his mom. Cause this phone is connected to the murder. He wakes up and right away, the NYPD knocks on the door and says, yo, we gotta take you to the station. So you're thinking that is about the murder or something like that, but nope, it's actually about his sister Yasmin. His sister Yasmin and his grandmother got into a car accident. It was a DUI, so she was driving while under the influence. And so they end up taking Yasmin away, taking her to a foster home for a little bit. So Stern and Tate, they meet up, and Stern says, yo, he wants for Rashad Tate to basically get some information and go inside Stanford, you know, Tariq's college, and he's gonna be basically a co-teacher with Professor Milgram. But once he's seen Professor Milgram, like how she looked, the picture of her, he was like, yep, he is all in. So the new connect, Mecca, him and Kane, they're talking. It's a dope crib. When I say dope, dope. He has a chef, he has music playing. It's a dope, fancy ass crib. So he talks to Kane and was just like, yo, like, you know, asked him a whole bunch of questions. He said, yo, the last time we talked, you had a whole bunch of questions for me, so I have a whole bunch of questions for you. Tell me about your pops, how long he's gonna be in jail for. Asking him mad questions, and Kane is just like, yo, what the hell is going on? So Kane answered the questions. He talked about the issues he had with his mom. So little Guap, he comes in like an idiot, flashing his damn phone, like just taking a whole bunch of like video from the phone. So Mecca's just looking at him like, dude, are you stupid? Why the hell would you want to have a trace of your location? Like, why would you do that? Because that's easy. Basically, it's easy for the cops to find you that way. So what he ends up doing is he ends up breaking Little Guap's hand. Every finger on his hand, he broke it. I was like, his acting, he's too much of a nice guy. I don't know. His acting is too... I like the character, but at the same time, he doesn't show aggression. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's not getting me as far as like, I'm a bad guy. Comment down below if you're watching the episode and if you agree or you see what I'm talking about. So Sax lets the grandma off on a better charge than what she had before, a better charge, but Yasmin has to go into custody. She has to go in with a foster family, but it was a good deal. Even Davis McLean said that, yeah, it's more than what I could do. So Tate finally meets Professor Fine. Milgram meets her, and of course he's checking her out and all that, but she's just not with it. You could tell that this is going to be a problem during the season, and you can tell that they might, you know, end up doing a little something, you know, before, you know, like the season is over. I can see that. Comment down below if you can see Tate hitting. Because of course this teacher, this professor, she's a sex addict. She loves sex. So the detective on the case is going really hard to find out who did it. So he went after one of Milgram's friends. He's really thirsty, has a suspicion that she has something to do with the murder. He ends up talking to her sponsor, one of her sponsors, and was just like, yo, let me know what's going on or else I'm gonna take you down with her. So that became a little big situation. So she ended up, the sponsor later on telling her that she cannot work with her anymore. She cannot sponsor her anymore. So Zeke announces that he is going for the NBA draft. It's a big press conference. He announces it. So after the conference, he talks to Monet and he talks to Diana. And Monet is just like, yo, now that, you know, you about to be big time, it's like everybody's going to be wanting something from you. And she was just like, yo, just remember, like, I hope you got your affairs taken care of. Affairs meaning the professor, because of course he's screwing the professors. She basically told him, like, simple words, like, to dead it. So Diane, which is Monet's daughter, later on they're speaking and she's just like, yo, she wants to do school, you know. She was just like, she thinks that it would be a good idea for her to actually go to school. So Monet's just looking at her like, for Tariq, hell no, it's not going down. So she's like, no, you know, when Zeke gets his stuff going and gets popping, she could take care of the money. It'll be good that she has a degree in the money. That way they don't get robbed. And Monet is just not buying it. Meanwhile, while when they're having their conversation, car, it just drives by and it's bumping New Edition, Can't Stand the Rain. So for some reason, Monet is just, she goes by the window, checks the car, and was like, yo, what's going on? Like, she just seemed like, wow. Monet talks to Diane and just tells her, like, no, do not mix street with school. Tate and Milgram, they're finally teaching the class, and of course it's Tariq's class. So they have a little, you know, had an interesting topic about self-sacrifice and basically gaining something from people, intentions. It was a good little debate that the students had. So your boy Drew tells Zeke about Monet's exit plan, which I feel like is going to be a big problem. So you know that Zeke is tight because he's basically being used. He's the meal ticket, the way out. So while they're talking, a recruiter comes to him and gives him a card, basically trying to get him to sign with them. Your boy, the detective, came out of nowhere and pulled Tariq into the office. So he's asking him questions, of course, about what's going on, you know, with the murder. Did he have any information, any suspects, anything like that? Tariq mentioned a situation that happened last season with Professor Milgram and Professor Jabari, the one that died, got into an argument at the dinner table. Basically, your boy Reek is trying to frame Professor Milgram. So your girl Effie was having a hot sex scene with another chick. They have a sex scene, so your boy Brandon came in to drop off some bricks, drop off some drugs. So it turns out that the drugs were not good. They end up getting into a big freaking situation where they had to end up fighting two customers, a guy and a female. And Brandon, he's fighting, but he gets his flipped. His face is busted up. So it turns out that Sax is banging someone in authority in the police station. So after the sex scene, they're talking, and then the cop basically tells Sax that, yeah, well, the lead suspect right now is Professor Milgram. Tariq convinced Diana to take him where Effie and Brandon is, which is like 2-hour, 3-hour drive. So Effie and Brandon tell him what happened. It's like, yo, this freaking thing is not real coke. Effie and Diana almost got into a fight because, of course, you know, they both like Tariq, and, you know, she's just like, what the hell is really going on here? But she was like, she don't really care. Tariq stops it, breaks it up, and Brandon's mouth slipped, and he said, what are we gonna tell Monet? So Effie's just like, who's Monet? So they all look at each other, and it's just like, oh shit. Because of course she was not supposed to know where to get the information from. So Kane pulls up on Drew and takes him to a gun range. They start shooting. So they're talking and bonding. He's just like, yo, I got a new connect. But tell Monet that, you know, I got a new connect. I can help y'all out. Like, so sadly, your boy Zeke ends it with Professor Milgram. Ends it. But she said that she understood. So as Zeke is leaving, the detective is outside and he sees him. The detective pulls up on Professor Milgram and is like, yo, what the hell was he doing there? She wasn't really trying to give no information, but he was really putting the pressure on her, like, yo, I need to know what's going on. So she ends up telling him, like, yo, like, yeah, we did have a relationship. I just didn't tell you the right timeline because I know how you get. And he asked her, like, yo, was he here between the hours of the professor being murdered? He says, if you try to let him corroborate the story, I'm gonna arrest both of you. So the situation where they make it seem like Tariq plans to burn the phone inside of Professor Milgram's desk. Because he's in the office, he's talking to her, then Rashad Tate comes, pulls her out. Tariq goes to the desk, and it just cuts to another scene. But it turns out that later on, Tariq basically got rid of the freaking phone, so I'm just like, why did they do that for? I didn't understand that. So for the anniversary, they had conjugal visits, you know, Monet and Lorenzo, who's in jail for life. They get their little thing on, and she's just like, yo, she's tired of the same bullshit over and over. He cannot do nothing for her. It's just like, this is not the life that she want to live. Like, you know, where she can only see him like this. He's, you know, he's basically useless to her. So she's telling him the problem that she having with Kane and the cocaine being sugar. And he's just like really looking at her crazy like, dude, like, I'm disappointed because you're not keeping the family together. Since Kane has a new connect, you need to go with that damn connect. So it turns out your boy Kane was the one. He's the one that switched the cocaine with the freaking sugar. But he said that he did that because he wanted for Monet to need him, to see that, okay, you need me. You need a new connect. I got you a new connect. So he told Mecca the plan and everything. Turns out that McLean used to bang Professor Milgram. I'm like, damn, this girl messed with everybody. He comes through and she's just like, oh Lord, like she does not want nothing to do with him. She's like, you're not even wearing your wedding ring. And he's trying to help her, really trying to help her. She says, I don't need your help. He's like, you don't want my help, but you need my help. So she basically shuts the boy down. So, of course, the classic scenes that happens over and over again. Lauren takes your boy Tariq to a secret spot on the campus where it's outside. It's a little romantic. They start making out, and as they're making out, who calls his phone? Diane calls his phone. Calls his phone, she sees it's Diane, and she is tight. Diane says, yo, Monet was mad about the bricks, but I was able to smooth things out. So he gets off the phone, and Lauren is she's just not with it. She's had enough, she's tight. She's like, you know what, this shit will just keep happening over and over again. Tariq's trying to explain himself, and she's just not with it. Of course, your boy Zeke, basketball player, he starts messing with someone. Right away, he starts messing with a new chick. He's banging the chick, and Professor Milgram is calling him. He's not picking up the phone. So she's just talking about basketball. And he's just like, what the hell? As they're talking, molding and everything, she's talking about basketball. So he gets his nut off, and after he gets the nut off, the freaking cop comes in, of course, and says, yo, I gotta take you to the precinct for some questioning. As he's getting dressed and everything, the girl that he was just smashing was taking the video of it, like, yo, you better not hurt him. I have you on camera. So it turns out the new edition guy that kept blasting the new edition over like at least 2-3 times, it turns out that that guy was Mecca, the brand new Connect. They meet up at Junior's Cheesecake Factory. For all my Brooklyn people out there, you guys already know that's the best cheesecake in Brooklyn, probably New York. Comment down below if you've been to that spot, comment down below if you heard of it. So they meet at that spot, and it turns out that they were ex-lovers. One day just like, yo, whatever you're trying to do right here is not gonna work. And you could tell the man is trying to reconnect with her, and she's not with it, but she's not blowing him off. It's more like, I don't know. That's the type of thing that she's giving. So he just gives her his card and just says, yo, if you change your mind, holla at me. She walks off, and Getaway by Mobb Deep starts playing, and that's how the episode ended. So tonight's episode was a really good episode. The only complaint I have was basically the Tariq and the burner phone. Like, you thought he was gonna frame Professor, but he didn't do it. I was just like, that was the only thing. So, but because of that, yeah, I'm gonna have to put this for 9 out of 10. It was a good episode. I definitely was feeling it. Was not expecting it. I like when they kept you in suspense. Like, so much about to unfold. If they do what they're supposed to do with the writing, this season is going to be a great freaking season. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about tonight's episode. Whether you watched it or whether you just watched the review, tell me what you think about the episode. Just thank you guys for watching me. Thank you guys for supporting me. I love you guys. You guys have a great one. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.